my biggest concern as I talk with young people who are wanting marriage is that that it becomes an idol.
Yes, for sure.
And then what happens is then they get married, and then having children becomes this idolatrous thrust, and that's all they can focus on. Instead of recognizing today, this is where I am, and for such a time as this, I have been created. Today each of us has tasks and vocations to fill, tasks to perform and vocations to fill. And the more that we can be content in that, the more that that God, like the contentment will be the blessing. And then being content actually creates a different, I want to say visage, and I don't know if that's the right word, but face, like our countenance, scriptures, Proverbs says, will change when our heart is content. And we become this addictive nature, like other people are addicted to being near us, or magnetic personality. So I understand the longing, and I understand the vision she has is beautiful, because she sees how as a woman she can be fulfilled in this life. As a woman, she getting married, having children would be the fulfillment of what it is to be a woman in this life, on this side of paradise. And she longs for what is good, and that is a good thing. But also recognizing that right now God has put you in a position of singleness, and that is a good thing today.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, the present. And yeah, I want to talk about the big idea, but you're spot on with the narrow, particularly.
My encouragement to women in your position, Antoinette, is to read up right now on the man brain.
Yeah, right.
Get to know what it is that makes him tick. That will actually create more simplicity in your conversations when you are in positions of being able to be around single men.
Right.
So if you invest time, it seems silly, but actually investing time in reading things like Wild Things, Nurturing the Heart of a Boy, I think is what the subtitle is.
Yeah.
And then
For women
bringing
only.
up, well, there's for women only as well. That's for, that is actually the one for the married woman. And there's for single women only. I didn't realize she actually has created several different levels, so that the focus isn't as like turned on to the husband that you love woman. It's more speaking to you as a single woman and in your experiences. So there's that one, but then also Bringing Up Boys by James Dobson was very, very eye-opening to me as a wife.
Right.
But that's the way that Wild Things would be as well, because it talks, I mean, we just recently, you said we talked about it last week. We didn't talk about it on the show. That was just in our home that I was sharing information that I had learned about the mind emotion connection of man and boy, and how you can nurture it as a parent, or you can completely stagnate it. And unfortunately, society is encouraging us to stagnate it. So, and then Men Are from Mars and Women Are from Venus. Those are just some different resources that I have found over the years where I was like, why didn't I have this before? Bringing Up Boys, I read in 2011, and we had already been married for 10 years, and I was like, I get it now. I get my husband just a little bit more, and understanding your need for different kinds of outlets for your you had said earlier in our show today, adventure seeking and I mean, exploration. Yeah. So understanding that is really important, I think, as we look for spouses and as we try to converse with the men that God puts in front of us.